All right. How is it like getting gigs? Of course, pre the global situation. How was it easier? Like you performed in Nairobi?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't been in Nairobi and performed in
Oh,
Nairobi.
okay. Then let me ask, how is it like getting shows then in Dallas? How is it like?
Okay.
Is it easy? Is it, do you have to go through a lot of processes like with management and promoters and all that?
All right. When I started back here, let's say the first year, I didn't have no show. Just because, and then plus that is like I didn't want no show yet because I wanted to get ready
Yeah,
and actually understand how the culture goes.
yeah,
Um, and then I first had a show, which was Ochichi EP. When I released the first Ochichi EP, that's when I had my show. But then when I actually, after I finished the show, and then I had, a little bit of wave in there. So now the Dallas Metroplex promoters,
yeah,
DJs started inviting me to their shows, or if I can actually open up and all that.
yeah,
Now, so I've opened up for a couple of good names, and I've interacted with big names. And you already know Kenyan music, or Jamaican, or just international artists. Reacting with these people get you, some insight to things that you just didn't know.
yeah, yeah.
You
That's
know,
that's that's the next thing that I want to ask. Like, what was it like performing? Doing the curtain raise for Sauti Soul when they came to Dallas, for Wyre, for Chris Martin. How was that experience for you?
well, let me start no, let me start with Sauti Soul. Sauti
Yeah,
Soul is such, it's such like the crown. I like Sauti Soul and their songs, but when they came here, I was first of all shy because these are people that are just, it's the same thing.
yeah,
When you are Kenyan and
yeah,
you see, the people that you idolize
yeah,
and be like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so, but this side is kind of different
Mm,
because when they came, I was in Dallas, but I think they started in North Carolina,
yeah.
and the producer, no, the promoter, uh, called me and asked me, "Hey, man, uh, these guys want somebody to open up for them."
Mm, mm,
But to me, I feel like in Dallas area, you're the only one to do this. I'm like, who are these guys?
mm.
I'd be like, so don't even say nothing. I'm coming. I'm on my way.
Yeah, yeah,
So I first opened up in North Carolina with Saudi Soul. It was a good connection. And then it had to take me an hour to actually get adjusted to them. But like here in VIP or everywhere, like you just interact
yeah,
with them.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then the guy that you always think that he can't talk to you, and you're like, oh yeah, oh so you cool,
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I loved working with those guys. And then I worked with Wyre. Man, I've never met anybody who's humble like that guy. You know, the humbleness that
Wari is
we met.
he's very humble. A lot of people respect him like
I
because of that.
respect that.
Yeah,
I respect that. And then I opened up for him, and he gave me a shout out, and that was super
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Now at that time, now more people started knowing me just because I was rubbing shoulders with these guys,
yeah,
and we on stage together. And then it became a big moment when I had to do open up for Chris Martin.
mm,
Yeah, at first, I knew about the big deal, and I used to sing that, but when they called me, like, yeah, these guys want you to open up for this guy. I'm like, okay, so I'm ready. So when I went there, I met this dude. It's also such a humble dude.
yeah,
You don't know nobody till you actually on the same level with them, and they're like, this is it. And he taught me a lot of things. He talked me through on stage and how he does it, because I was curious, man. How
yeah,
do you handle these big stages? I'm like, this is where I want to be at. And then, when somebody take their time, and it's stressful when you're the main headliner, and then you take your time and you humble yourself and you get that. So from all the artists that I've met, from Kenya, from
Yeah.
Jamaica, and
Yeah.
I've done shows with Yella Breezy, I mean, I've more three,
Yeah. Yeah.
like Cat and Rays and stuff like that. Uh, it depends on what it depends on the connection, but I've never had no problem with that, and I loved working with these people. You know, great artists.
That's dope. That's dope. So like I was looking through your EPs, and what I noticed was there was, the you using vernacular raps. And
Yes,
I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but there is a wave of Luo rap, like even here. A couple of artists are embracing that, and it seems a bit more and more that we're going to get artists who are embracing vernacular. So
yeah,
how do you navigate through, like, if is there a language barrier anywhere for you?
yes. What? Okay. First of all, the way I started doing music is just back. Let me go back a little bit.
Yeah.
First of all, I always loved listening to the songs that I can understand. But then back at home, you want to listen to Shang music. If you're .com and you
Yeah.
want to be
Yeah.
in the age.
Yeah.
But I grew up from listening to rumba, listening to Franco, Joski
Mm,
Kiambukuta.
mm,
That's what I
mm.
grew up on. And then I came to listen to, I started listening to Issa, K-rap,
Yeah.
our OGs.
Yeah.
And then, I graduated to where we at right now. After I look at the whole situation, I was like, how can I be true to myself? I want to say something that I actually feel. You know what I mean? Right here, there's a barrier, but music is an international language. We have Niger music,
Yeah.
Afro pop. They blast that thing over here. You know what I mean? They don't. It's like I used to listen to Koffi Olomide, but I don't
Yeah.
understand Lingala.
Yeah.
So it's like the vibe behind the music, and that's what makes me doing it in my own language or my vernacular make it so unique and so good.
Yeah.
And all the producers that I work with, they're always excited to learn on how did I get there,
Yeah.
what am I saying, and they'll be like, oh, I like it, we can have different mix on this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how that's how I handle it. And I
Okay.
wanted to just be true to myself. I
Mm.
want to represent where I'm from at all times. I don't care any song that I get in, you have to hear a little bit of you know Swahili and
Yeah.
Luo in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How did the Nairobian Queen project come about?
So from all along on everything I've done, I've always wanted to be the guy that produced the song, the
Mm.
guy that dialed the keys in, and that has brought me to meet a lot of talented, individuals,
Yeah.
and just because of how I grew up on music, you can't do it by yourself. At some point, you have to give back. There's a label, I got a label.
Yeah.
There's a studio, I got a studio. How can I give back to my people? How, uh, you have to build it. Okay, I feel like I'm here, and
Yeah.
then somebody else is not here yet. How can we all gain as a whole team? You know. So Nairobi and Queens, actually, it first started when I had a beat, and I listened to it, and I was freestyling. I was just going off, and I was like, and I said something like Nairobi and Queens. I'm like, yes, that's where I want to be at. And
Hmm.
sometimes when you say something and you got chills,
Yeah.
you know, and then I shared it with the promoters and the producers that we have here, and then we talked about it, and it was something that they want to jive with.
Yeah.
But I said, okay, how about Nairobi and Queens. How about we make it about Nairobi, Queens? You
Mm,
know what I mean?
mm,
Yeah. So I want to do something that not only
yeah.
benefit me and benefit everybody in my team, and plus, how can I give back to the guy back home?
Yeah.
You know. And then we went through. I think we had a flyer out, and I met some good artists from that, uh, and that project is underway. We right now we in the process of getting everything together. But Nairobi and Queen, it's just like me giving back, and that is also the same as MBK, my first studio album. Uh, See, I did MBK, and every time I do an album, I want to give back. And now I donated that album to charity. So
Yeah.
every,
Yeah.
I mean, I just gave it out just to every time God bless me with something, I want to bless
That's
out like
that's
that.
that's really cool. That's really cool.
And it's
That's really
weird.
cool.
I feel it's weird, but it's just something that makes me feel good.
It's not weird because if you're in a position to give back, then
Yes,
why don't you?
that's how I do it.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. At least all the projects that I have going on, it has to give back in some way. You know what I mean? Not everybody got the same opportunities. Not everybody have the same circumstances.
Yeah.
And if I can do that, I do it every time I get a chance.
All right. So you released a project earlier this year called I Know
Yeah.
Myself.
Yes.
Um, if it wasn't for this situation that the world has found itself in this year, um, what were your plans as far as performing, maybe even doing a tour? Like, what were your plans for this year if this whole thing didn't happen?
Um. Back in the beginning, we have before the whole COVID. And
Yeah.
by the way, I hope everything is good back at home, and I see you guys working so hard,
Yeah.
you know, to get
Yeah.
everything underway.
It's
It's,
working
it's,
out.
it's crazy now in Dallas. Okay, my plans was we already had like 4 albums already
Mm,
to release.
mm,
We had Hotbox 1 and Hotbox 2, and then we had Ochichi Love, and we had a gospel album that we also was working
yeah.
on. But me personally, I had like I Know Myself was like it was released in the beginning of this year, and then COVID just
Yeah.
ramped up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then Nairobi and Queens
Yeah.
was the next after that. So by right now, performance wise, we had like 6 performances already arranged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And album wise, we had for just Chiangwei only we had 4 of them that were supposed to be released this year, plus a couple of videos
Mm,
that in the respective albums.
mm.
You know, this year I wanted to accomplish with Nairobi and Queens. I was wishing, I hoped that by the end of December it was supposed to be done,
Yeah.
but because of the COVID, everything didn't work out as planned. Yeah.
Okay. What are your plans for next year?
Okay. Now my plans for next year, I got my, I got stuck, man.
Because I can imagine that the incoming government over there might handle the situation much better than how it was handled by Trump and them. So I'm just imagining maybe you have uh, more things that you're lining up, maybe more projects, stuff like that.
I got more projects that I'm working on for next year.
Yeah.
Um, but more so right now, I'm building artists.
Mm,
That's the main thing that I'm doing right now. all my projects except Nairobi and Queens that involves a whole team of producers and a whole team of artists.
Yeah.
That's what we are working on right now. Me personally, I'm not doing I'm not pursuing all the albums that I have stuck next until I see this through, because next year I would love to come to Kenya after the whole project is done, after the whole thing is gotten together. I would love to come to Kenya and really try to meet the artists that we worked with, and then we can organize video shoots. And then we can have shows. You know what I mean?
And even do more music.
I know. I know. But I want, right now I'm so used to doing everything right here. You know what I mean? I'm so used to the artists that I have close, and I want to broaden out. We have Congolese music that we want to do, and Congolese artists that we want to, interact with. And then I want to work with different people when it comes to Kenya, but I want to come back home first. I can't go anywhere. I have to start from home.
Home is best. Home is best.
Yes.
But that would be very cool. That would be very cool. So thank you first of all for agreeing to do this. I know this was super early. I know we were supposed to do it when it was morning here and at night there, but of course that couldn't happen, but still made it happen nonetheless. So where can people find your music on your socials? You can plug your socials.
Oh man, I'm everywhere. I'm from iTunes, Spotify. Now I'm on Boomplay, YouTube. Any music vending apps, I'm on them. I'm even on Dundo. But on social media, Facebook, always Ochichi the Artist. Instagram, Ochichi the Artist. Snapchat, WhatsApp, Ochichi the Artist. Yes.
Okay. I'm looking forward to the Nairobian Queens project. I'm looking forward to interacting with you. Hopefully, if you come next year, we'll be able to interact in person and perhaps even set up another interview. So I look forward to it. Thank you for doing this. Guys, make sure you check out Ochichi the Artist. I will post every of his links down below. Make sure you go stream his music as well. And look out for the Nairobian Queens project. It is coming very, very soon. Until the next episode, peace.
All right, bro. Thanks.
I'm walking on that rainbow to the pot of gold. The young brother always working, hungry for more. Ascension, attention, ascension, ascension.